Hey friends, it's Megan Elizabeth here from BuyMeganElizabeth.com. And when I tell you I absolutely love and use Chalk Couture in every area of my life, it is no joke. I am super excited. I literally lost my mind when I saw this new transfer in the brand new catalog that just releases February 2019. Be Fearless with the Arrow just, it's my heart completely. So I found a baseball style t-shirt. I want to say I found it at, where did I even find it? I want to say I found it at Hobby Lobby, but I could be wrong. I feel like it came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be using a little bit of parchment paper, my Cricut Easy Press, and my Easy Press mat to ink this design. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And it's so easy to do, and it just, I literally, every area of my life is Chalk Couture ink or paste, and I'm making stuff constantly, aside from my journaling albums, and even some cards here and there, and what I do with my Cricut, because it's just so easy. So I'm going to start by removing it from its packaging, and I'm going to, there's actually a line down the center, because you can do it separate or together, or however works best for you. And I am going to go right on down the center line, and I can cut this apart in multiple places if I would need to. And actually, even for this, I think I'm going to, and I'm going to cut it in an angle so that it goes back together like a puzzle piece really easy, so I can keep the alignment the way it is designed and meant to be. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to grab a marker. I always mark the back with what they are. So this is the B part of Fearless, because they go back onto the backing sheet. Don't mind the kids. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I am going to leave it on the Easy Press mat, but I'm going to grab one of my Chalk Couture ink mats, and I am going to do this in the stages, because one, it's not going to fit easily and completely. So I'm just going to show you kind of the way I'm piecing this together so that it works. And the ink mat is brilliant because it keeps the fabric, it's got a little stick to it, it keeps the fabric in place. So it keeps there from being any extra bleeding or anything that you wouldn't want there to be. And I'm going to stick it across the whole way for the alignment, but you'll see I'm going to peel up one side at a time. All right. So we're just going to get it in place, stick it down, and go from there. All right. So we're going to start with the B side, and because this is on fabric, I am not going to fuzz it first. I don't think it's necessary to fuzz when you're doing it on a fabric surface. All right, but if we were doing it on a non-porous surface, we would want to fuzz it first by putting it on a towel or even on your shirt or pant leg to start. But I don't want there to be any bleeding. It's a brand new surface. It should be just fine. All right, actually, I'm gonna remove this real quick so that it's flat. All right. And then what we're gonna do, once we have the B inked, I'm going to move the ink mat over and do the Fearless separately. But I should be able to line this up pretty evenly, just like so. Don't mind the obnoxious sound of a Mustang in the background. I remember when we first started dating and he came over for the first time. I actually had no idea what he drove for a little while. And I heard this car pull in, and I was and it was when we were living in the condos. And I heard this car pull in, and I was like, please don't tell me that's him, because it was so loud. And sure enough, it was. It's his Mustang. He has a truck too, but the Mustang is the noisemaker of the group, and he's out there working on it right now. All right, so I'm getting this in place. And I honestly, in all honesty, you guys, what we could have done is, instead of playing puzzle pieces with the two, what you can also do is just peel up from one side and move it over. But I really wanted to be able to remove it clean away so that I did not have to worry about any ink getting places that it didn't belong. All right, this is slightly wrapping around the sides of the shirt. The seam you can see is still here and still here, so it's not like going around, but it's not, you know, perfect because it's a larger, it is a larger transfer, but I think it's going to be so stinking cute. I cannot wait. Like, as soon as I saw this, I couldn't wait to do it. Okay, so we're going to start with the B side, and I'm going to use the Chalk Couture ink paste ink color eucalyptus. It's a beautiful eucalyptus green, and I have plenty in the lid here, and a little bit does go a very long way. It's a little bit of a different texture than our paste, you will find, but still just applies so easily. So you just want to go across and fill in all the holes of your silk screen, mesh screen. And one thing that I find is I do little bits at a time with the paste versus, or with the ink versus the paste. Sorry, I keep like mixing my words here. Because you're working with fabric in a porous surface, you just want to prevent any extra bleeding from happening. So just going over it a second time or even a third time very slowly and gently without too much paste at one time really does help give you more optimal results. Okay, and we're going to use our Cricut Easy Press to set this t-shirt. I make bags, I make signs, I'm so inspired by everything that comes out. I have to make it all, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. This will get washed in warm water. This also makes it easier to work with too when they are larger transfers. It keeps it from really making too much of a mess. So you'll see there's so like little to no bleeding, which is amazing. It's like perfect results every time. Okay, my Cricut is just yelling, chirping at me. The Easy Press is chirping to say, hey, I'm warmed up and you're leaving me sit here. Okay, so I'm gonna wash this off. I'm gonna let it dry, sticky side facing up. I'll wash it off with wipe it down with a disinfectant wipe, and it'll go right back onto the shiny side of the backing sheet, okay? Once we're done, and then I can reuse it. So I'm gonna go set that over there so it can get washed off. And we're gonna move to the other side. So I just wanna, before, so I just want to make sure that the Fearless is completely on the mat so it doesn't bleed through the fabric or anything. And I'm just going to stick this underneath here just to give an extra barrier of protection on the B side, just so it doesn't go through to just so it dries, so it doesn't go through the layers of the t-shirt. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words so much. Not that y'all haven't heard me do that before, but I feel like I'm just like mixing up my words tonight. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing. Just a little bit at a time. Again, this color, this font, the arrow, everything about it. I'm just like, this is, and that's what's so great about it, is that you can totally customize your wardrobe. Like anything that you want. It's inspirational, it's encouraging. You can look, people can look at it and go, oh my gosh, you made that, that's incredible. And you don't have to waste time designing or weeding or, I don't know, doing a whole bunch of different things that you may not have time for in your day-to-day crafting. You may love to do them. I love to do them. I still do them when I really want something custom and personalized. There's its time and its place. But this is just like in minutes. I don't have to think about how to make the font line up. I don't have to think about different elements and aspects. Again, I don't have to do the crazy weeding. I don't have to do anything other than place it down, paste it, peel it up, and I have perfect results almost every single time. All right, so we're gonna peel it up. It's so amazing. All right. So now we're just going to wait for this to dry before we heat set it. It doesn't take very long to be like a touch dry. And you definitely want to make sure you remove everything from inside the t-shirt before you put anything heat on it, or you're going to ruin everything, including your ink mat. This is not a heat mat. This is just to keep the t-shirt or whatever fabric you're working on in place. I love this. This is awesome. While it's doing its thing. All right, so we're just going to wait for this to dry. All right, and now that it's dry, you'll be able to see it goes from being like a shiny ink color to a totally matte, dry looking color. So I'm gonna have to do this in 2 parts because of the size of my Easy Press, which is not a big deal. You just wanna heat set it for 30 seconds, and I'm going to use a piece of parchment paper in between. So I'm gonna go right here, all the way against the edge, press start. I might have to do it in 3 sections. I should only have to do 2, but just in case. Over to do the other half of the shirt. All right, and then we can turn off the Easy Press and put the ink back and reveal the amazing results. And yes, because I was drinking my coffee while I was crafting, I totally spilled a little bit of coffee on my shirt. I did it while I was making it, or while I was pulling everything out, but I know how to get that out and wash that off. And the best part is now that it's heat set, this is machine washable. So I can put this in the washer over and over. This is a totally set custom shirt, perfect reminder, inspirational, encouraging. I love everything about it. The other one that I have done that you may have seen me wear already a couple times, this is one of my favorite t-shirts to wear, is She Believed She Could, So She Did. And I used our gold shimmer ink with the black. And it's my favorite shirt to wear. It really is. I wear it under blazers and cardigans and things all the time. It's a great reminder to keep being fearless, to believe in yourself, in your dreams. Go for it, my friend. I adore you so much. I would love to make more with you inside our exclusive She Makes Club. It is a exclusive group and club where I share amazing content that is exclusive to club members. I do all kinds of bonus giveaways and fun things. I send out stuff once in a while, just little gifts and surprise goodies. We do a monthly crafting hangout. We learn the Cricut and more chalking and fun things. We share our hearts and our stories and our journeys, and I would love to have you be a part of it. If you have any questions at all, please leave me a comment. I will leave all the links to both grabbing Chalk Couture for yourself, as well as where to join our custom She Makes Club. We would love to have you. If you have any questions, again, leave me a comment, let me know. Be happy to get back to you. Enjoy the moments, my friends. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.